Yo, Tuesday, May 9th, 8:05 Central Time. How you doing?
Good. Can you hear that?
It went away. What was it?
Okay. Sounds like the trim. It sounds like they're trimming the lawn.
Yeah, you always lived near way too close fucking to the landscaping sounds.
Everywhere I go. My
Everywhere?
dad's, my old place here.
Yeah, they really fucked you.
Yeah, they get it going early. It actually woke me up. I almost fell asleep this morning without, I'd turned off my alarms and there's a big ass lawnmower outside my door. So it woke me up.
How pissed does the sound of a lawnmower? I like the sound of a lawnmower, low key.
Yeah, I like it. If I'm like about to hit record and I hear the lawnmower, I'd be like, oh, that sucks.
Oh yeah, so do I. Then you have to edit it, try to edit it out with like denoise.
I just wait. I would just wait.
I just denoise it. And you hear it, and I just apologize for it in video. I ain't got time. I ain't got time to wait. All right. But either way, we got some things to talk about. The Lonnie Walker's getting paid. All right. Lonnie Walker is having a great fucking series. D'Angelo Russell disappeared, but Anthony Davis, like LeBron James said at the end of the broadcast, he's the best defender in the world. He can guard. He can shut down the rim, and then he can also go out and guard Steph Curry for the last two possessions. Also, want to say, is something wrong with Jared Vanderbilt's knees? Them boys were iced all game.
I was probably pretty tired. What was it? The last game where somebody fell on him
Was it?
awkwardly.
He played like 11 minutes only.
I'm surprised I believe it was the last game. Like I forget the exact play. I think it was a defensive rebound. Somebody fell into his knee, and he just kept going. But I remember the announcer saying like, "Oh, let's hope he's okay," and just never touched on again.
Let me just check real quickly if there's anything out there about it. So, Jared Vanderbilt,
he's not a great offensive player either. So, but more than 11 minutes.
Yeah, he's hit or miss. I mean, it's the offense. Some nights, if his shots are falling, he can play more offense. But if shots aren't falling,
yeah, there was what was it? That last game. It was a game 6 against Memphis where he made like 2 threes in the first quarter. Whoa, hold up.
Oh, so did you hear Jared Vanderbilt? People tried ripping him to shreds because he bought $2,000 worth of clothing for game 1, and then returned it after game 1 because he just wore it. Because this is what I would do. He wore $2,000 worth of clothing as like the walkthrough for game 1, and then just returned it.
Yeah, but like,
if the store's policy says I can return it.
What is this? An episode It's Always Sunny? Like, I know, but like you're Jared Vanderbilt. I mean, I don't know.
Save your money, bro. Save your bread.
Don't get it in the first place. What the hell?
But you want to look good.
I'm sure Jared Vanderbilt has plenty of good looking clothes in his closet. And I'm also sure he could find a good looking outfit for less than $2,000, where he doesn't have to return it. But
let's recap this Lakers game. Like we should. And in a game that might have tilted the series in their favor.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I mean, what is it? Teams have a 95.3% chance in NBA history after going up 3-1 of winning. So, if you would like to explain how they're not, I would like to hear.
Well, I mean, it's the Golden State Warriors. I agree. I'm still going Lakers in 5 here, but I think
you were always with the Warriors.
Yeah, man, I picked them a long ass time ago to win the NBA Finals. I got to keep going. I'm not really rooting for anybody in this series. I would love if LeBron advanced, and I would love if Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors would. I still think the winner of the finals is in this series. Whoever.
What up, Dre? What up? All right, this is what I've said. If it's the Nuggets versus the Heat will win. if it's the Lakers versus the Celtics or Nuggets, I think the Lakers would win, or like the Lakers versus the Celtics or Heat. But
If the Lakers get to the finals, who's beating them? I don't think it'd be Miami, Philly,
that's what I
Boston.
just said. That's
Oh,
what I just said. I said if the Lakers get there, I don't know who can beat them. But if the Nuggets get there, I think the Heat would win if the Heat face the Nuggets.
oh.
That's what I'm saying. But then Nuggets Celtics, I think that's a toss up.
I mean, the Heat. Yeah, that'd be. I know a lot of people want that NBA Finals, yourself probably included.
That's a toss up.
I think Lakers Celtics would be like the coolest possible.
That would just be we've seen that one though like 50 times. I think
that's the point.
Yeah, I think the least one we've seen is the Nuggets versus Celtics. Yeah, I know. Or just not like, but I think everyone's here would be insane to see like a rematch of the bubble.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Where
either way, either team the Lakers would play, and the way they're looking right now, I mean,
we're acting like it's the Nuggets too. The Suns just tied it up 2-2.
Well, I've expressed you're lucky I missed the recap yesterday. I'm gonna come in pretty hot tomorrow when the Phoenix Suns take the 3-2 lead.
Without Chris Paul,
we could start talking potential Nugget trades actually as soon as tomorrow.
Honestly, I think if there was Nuggets trade, I don't even know who's the player you trade with. It'd just be Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, it would. You would have to dangle MPJ. He would break out on a different team too.
Jamal Murray's good. Jamal Murray's the perfect point guard for Jokic. The only other point guard I could think of is like a Damian Lillard, Steph Curry. But like Jamal Murray's the most realistic point guard. You can't upgrade from Murray. There's not going to be anybody available. You know, like the only guy I could see that you could upgrade is like if you think trading Michael Porter Jr. in a sign and trade for like Chris Middleton or some shit is gonna like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but let's wrap up.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a whole
better without Chris Paul.
Yeah, that's. We'll get to that in like 10, 15 minutes. But let's wrap this up and let's talk about Lonnie Walker, a guy who stayed ready. And LeBron talked about it in his post where he's like, "We don't win this game without Lonnie." All right, we don't, you know. And I think that can't be understated how important Lonnie Walker's performance was. And this guy signed a mid-level exception. All right. Yeah. And he was actually started for most of the year, but because they had all these upgrades over the trade deadline, he got pushed to the back of the rotation. But he stayed ready. And I think it was Stan Van Gundy kept saying it, or Jeff Van Gundy, my apology, kept saying it in the broadcast. He's like, there ain't no thing as garbage minutes. There's only garbage players. And I love that line because, and the reason why Lonnie Walker played tonight was he came in garbage minutes, played well. Darvin Ham trusted him. Guess what? Scored all of 15 of his points in the fourth, had a steal, played hard. Lonnie Walker's looking like a guy who's going to get like, you know, a multi-year deal from a team. I was joking around that he's going to get the Nick Batum contract from the Hornets, but it's probably going to be like a 3-year, $30 million somebody's going to give him.
Yeah, he's a great basketball player. As you said, he had a great skid first start of the half of the season. Then they get Malik Beasley, and they went in a different route. But yeah, Lonnie Walker the fourth, Lonnie Skywalker. He's a great basketball player, and 15 points in the fourth quarter with AD disappearing and LeBron James disappearing. The Lakers, I mean, they don't win the game without Lonnie, as LeBron says. So, yeah, man, you got to always be prepared. You never know when your number is going to get called, and I think Lonnie knows that, and guys like LeBron and AD just hammering that point home on the bench, you know, when first round, second round, whatever it is, it's important. So, you know, we know Lonnie's been through a lot, and I know I loved it. He's got ice in his veins. I don't think he's afraid of too much here. It's like, all right, if LeBron James is going to demand the ball, if AD is going to demand the ball, there's 2 minutes left, and we're down to. If AD is demanding the ball, all right, AD, you know, you've earned it. Here's the ball. But AD's not calling for the ball. LeBron's not calling for the ball. So Lonnie Walker's like, fuck it, like let's do it. And I loved it.
Also, the other thing is
smirk after so many of these shots, like he was just feeling himself.
I want to say the best play. I don't know if Darvin Ham drew it up or one of the assistant coaches. It was an after, you know, an ATO after timeout play, and AD or LeBron I think LeBron might have been inbounding the ball, and AD somebody sets the pick, and Curry is trailing Lonnie Walker, and they're like right at they're inbounding the ball from underneath their own basket, and Lonnie Walker does that play where he does like kind of a curl around the screen, and Curry gets caught on the screen, and he literally does the fade from like the corner, but like a long two swish, and I think that tied the game or took it to like a 2-point lead. I don't know if you remember seeing that one. That was just such a nicely drawn play. It was just so beautiful. He was wide open, just straight shot. And it
Man,
just,
he cooked Curry last night.
He cooked Curry. I mean, AD at the end of the game. Oh my God. Him out there. AD just literally not only from the deep three range, but also where he had back-to-back where Curry misses the first. Curry does the step back, misses it. Then Dre gets the rebound over Dennis Schroeder, throws it out to Curry, and you have AD literally out there. I mean, shout out AD. AD, Lonnie Walker. I think those were the two biggest guys. I mean, I keep saying this. I was eating some leftover wings while I was watching the end of this game. I couldn't believe how LeBron James' shot is so broken from three sometimes.
Yeah, what's it? 2 and 9 last night. A couple LeBron notes. He had 4 free throws in the last couple of minutes of the game, and he sunk all 4. And
I did see that. I did see that.
Good for LeBron. LeBron did have, to his credit, you're right, he can't hit much of threes right now. He had that one huge three. What was it, the third quarter?
Left key. Left key. Left side of the three.
Yeah, I can't remember when exactly in the game that was, but he hit a big three, and then like the next position, it was basically where the Warriors. It actually might have been in the first half when one of the announcers was, by the way, I think it was Stan on the call last night, right? But one of them was like, the Warriors could really pull away here. The Lakers aren't shooting good from downtown. They're up like 9 points, something like that. And then just like that, the Warriors go on a little bit of a nice run to end the first half. But Steph shot 3-14 from downtown. Klay shot 3 and 9 from downtown.
Jordan Poole
were like, the Warriors were like 0 of 6 from downtown in the last minute and a half of the basketball game, which was,
we talked about this.
Horrible.
The only way the Warriors can beat the Lakers is by outshooting them. They don't have the size to beat them.
Yeah, I need more than 9 from Klay. I mean, Steph didn't have a great game. They didn't take good shots in the last couple of minutes, and they were sloppy with the basketball right from the gate. You saw the early timeout by Steve Kerr. I mean,
heading back to Golden
because they're not going to get to the free throw line
exactly
as much as the Lakers. So yeah, you got to hit these threes. Jordan Poole played like 11 minutes last night, and I really
they had to take him out. They had to take him out.
I really liked I forget which reporter it was talking about the locker room after it. Jordan Poole's still a good player.
Was it Chris Haynes, black guy?
No, it was a girl.
Oh, it's
something.
No, there was 2 reporters. It was Chris Haynes and I forgot who the girl was, but Chris Haynes was the guy. I love Chris Haynes. He was the one who interviewed LeBron at the end of the game.
Yeah. This was a girl after the game. I think she was with the Warriors, but she might be with the Lakers. Anyways,
I think Chris Haynes is with the Lakers.
Jordan Poole to the Knicks, I think, makes a lot of sense in a trade because the Warriors need size, and I think Jordan Poole should be a Knick because they need scoring. So,
who do you think wins the next game, though? Going back to Golden State to wrap this up.
Well,
I think Golden State takes it, and then the Lakers finish it in 6.
I'd love to say Lakers in 5 here, but the heart's saying
Lakers in 6.
Heart's saying Warriors blowout.
Lakers game 5.
Yeah,
game 6 or whatever it is. I think
LeBron and AD will be a little bit slow in that next game for some weird reason. You're also away, and Steph and Klay have been struggled last night. So
then game 6, they're back in LA, right?
Yeah, we'll probably go Lakers in 6 here. I think.
Lakers in 6.
That's when LeBron. I think that's when LeBron and AD we see the full fourth quarter by both of them. AD had a great first half. And the thing is, like, it's not like he's disappearing on his own. I mean, necessarily, LeBron does this weird thing where he goes off on the wing and just kind of disappears for a couple of plays in a row. But it's not like AD's demanding the basketball down there. It's not like they're running plays for him though at the same time. So just weird stagnant offense for the Lakers at a lot of the points in the game.
Let's talk about this monster. All right. And
Oh,
wait. Before I do want to see what Jackson. I know who you talking about is the lady talked about Jordan Poole locker room. All Jordan faced to. Oh wow! So supposedly, from what Rocket News, aka Chris, is telling us, and what Jackson was referring to, supposedly Jordan Poole, when he was in the locker room during halftime, was just staring at the locker and like was facing the locker instead of the team. Yeah, that man's getting traded.
I think this was after the game, but regardless,
Regardless, if
um,
you're doing that, you're a
well,
bitch.
he's not
Like I
playing
don't
good
even
when they
mean
just
that.
lost.
Like I know I'm not a professional athlete, and I know I didn't play collegiate, but like one thing I've learned in sports is even if you're on the bench, this is even in football. Okay, I learned this playing football was you never sit, you never stand. You if you're on, I mean you don't just stand still. If you're on the sideline, you're cheering, you're hyping up your teammates on the floor, you're hyping up the teammates on the bench, you're yelling, you're trying to fuck up over the other team. You know what I mean? Like you stay engaged even if you're not playing, like Lonnie fucking Walker did.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to go back and watch Jordan Poole how he
You
was on
know,
the bench, but
you want to
uh,
know what's a great tie-in? You know what's a team that stays
no,
locked in?
because the thing is with Jordan Poole is he still. I believe this was after the game. He still went and talked to the media, kept his chin high, had some good things to say. Like, I don't know what's up with my shot. It's just not hitting. I got to figure it out. Work ethic stays the same. We still work hard, show up every day. So I think Jordan Poole has a vengeance game here. But also real quick, Austin Reeves, welcome back.
Austin Reeves getting freaking paid.
Let's
Now let's talk about
go.
this team of Jimmy Butler and the Undraftables. All right, I think isn't that the name they're giving them, Jimmy Butler and the Undraftables or some shit? There's
That's
like a
not. Yeah,
nick.
that's a great play on words right there.
Yeah, isn't that a great nickname? I think that's the nickname going around, Jimmy Butler and the Undraftables, because I think like half the team is undrafted.
Yeah,
And
7.
I've been saying this. The reason why the Heat have been winning is they got nothing to lose. They play with grit. They go out there. They're like Detroit Lions by kneecaps. All right. And this is a team. Neither team shot well from three, but still the Heat shot more threes, even though it seemed like they shot at a similar percentage. Okay. The Heat got to the free throw line. The Heat won the rebounding battle. They scored points in the paint. Okay, they turned the ball over, but it wasn't just Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo continues to play well. Everyone acted like, oh, he was terrible in the first series, but really, Bam Adebayo has been Jimmy Butler's most trusted, sidekick. Okay, there's been so many times where Kyle Lowry, Gabe Vincent, Jimmy Butler drives to the basket. They clog the paint. Guess who's there for a drop-off pass for, a 5 to 10-foot little jump shot or, a layup? Bam Adebayo. You got Max Strus spacing the floor. Kevin Love spacing the floor, taking charge, grabbing rebounds, moving the ball. Kyle Lowry, Caleb Martin off the bench, okay, providing stuff. Even Cody Zeller, Duncan Robinson, Haywood Highsmith when, giving little breathers. This is a team that is playing well. And it's not even just the players. It's Eric Spoelstra. People forget how good of a coach Eric Spoelstra is. And literally, Jalen Johnson, he said it. The Heat are just outplaying the Knicks in this game. Every time the Knicks are trying to make a run, the Heat respond. And I think that just goes back to good coaching, teaching them fundamentals, teaching them the basics, teaching them not to collapse or to feel flustered when a team goes on a run, knowing that they can always get back into the game, that they can always take control of this game. What are your thoughts on the Miami Heat? What do you think's been impressive?
Also, I think having a guy like Jimmy Butler is huge for a team like this, especially with or non-drafted players. Just kind of lead them by example, setting the tone early and late. Jimmy's always going to go at it. So you also, just like with Spo, you want to give it his all. Yeah, Spoelstra has these guys prepared. He makes great adjustments.
Literally throws out the game plan. Throws out the game plan if needed.
Yeah, that's how you measure a good coach is, how can you, with your existing talent, maximize your existing talent, maximize your existing players, and that's exactly what he does with all those like lower in the rotation guys that you just mentioned. And Bam came through 23 and 13. Martin came through huge, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 boards, or switch, but whatever. Kyle Lowry 15, 5 and 4. Jimmy didn't have to drop 42 last night, so they're a game away. They're going to get it easily. And the Knicks was their first playoff win series of the decade. They're second in like 30 years maybe. I don't. That seems a bit.
I think
aggressive.
this series
25
also
years?
shows that, no offense to Julius Randle, like Jalen Brunson's a dog, but they need another guy who I don't know if you want to say that. Should Jalen Brunson be? Would you say Jalen Brunson's the best player on the Knicks?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think they need someone better than Jalen Brunson, or another guy who's just as good as Jalen Brunson next to Brunson and Randall? Because Randall needs to be the third option, and I think Brunson either needs to be the second or co-1.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I think Brunson's a great closer.
Like, imagine if they had, like, this would be terrible defensively, but like Damian Lillard, Brunson, and Randall.
Yeah, I agree. I think Randall's. I mean, he's also banged up.
He is banged up. I just
but
think
he's
it would
sloppy.
help. I just
Sloppy.
think RJ Barrett's been really good. RJ Barrett's been good. Okay,
Yeah.
This playoffs, and I love RJ Barrett. But the thought is that if you were, the defenses, the key defense focuses on Randall and Brunson, and are forcing the other guys to make the plays. And I just don't think the Knicks have another guy outside of Randall or Brunson that is as good as a shot creator as those two guys. They have guys who can create their own shots, but not as consistent, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just not enough.
Also, has RJ Barrett surpassed Julius Randle in this playoffs in terms of value? Because all season, people, I felt like, were kind of shitting on RJ Barrett for like kind of regressing, and then he had an okay for like start to the playoffs, but now he's really picked it up and showing he's this like two-way point forward wing. Do you think this offseason, if the Knicks do lose to the Heat here, they think about maybe moving Randle and building around Barrett and Brunson instead?
Yeah, I do. I want to get a fact check on Julius Randle's contract here.
Because no offense to Julius, it's not bad, but I love Julius Randle, but his game is a bit inconsistent, and he has to play it a certain way to fit in the modern NBA, while Barrett is a more seamless fit to the modern style and fits better next to Brunson, which also allows you to play a Grimes, Barrett, Brunson. If you trade Randle, you can go out, get another wing, and go super wing heavy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Randle had a great game 2, or his first game of the series. Shit the bed last game, then had a good one yesterday. Terrible series against the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's 28. I mean, can still knock down threes. He shot 34.3 this year. Still a 25, 10, and 4 player. I would rather go than trade away Julius Randle on that contract. I would rather get Jordan Poole.
But my thought is like Jalen Jones agrees. Yeah, they need a legit number one, and I think like if a Damian Lillard becomes available, that's somebody you got to go after, and like you would obviously trade RJ Barrett for Damian Lillard. I think it's just Brunson and Randle, or Brunson and Barrett, whoever it is that you think should be the 2 and 3. If they were to get a true number one player like a Damian Lillard, because I think that's the only player we can speculate that they can go out and get. Having a guy like that would make Brunson, Randle / Barrett, whoever they would keep in a trade like that. You assume they keep Randle because Barrett would be the person that the Blazers would want because he's younger. They would become way more efficient because the defense would be drawing all their attention towards Damian Lillard, right?
Yeah.
That's my thought. But let's go back to the Heat right here to wrap up that conversation. And Heat up 3-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
They put it away next game?
Probably.
I think so.
I also Ben Stiller's live tweeting these Knicks games.
Yeah, dude. When I told you that, I thought that was so awesome. I didn't know Ben Stillers was a Knicks fan like that. Also, Ben Stiller has gone old, like full white hair. Still baby blue eyes, though. Still baby blue. But let's go over and let's predict tonight's games. All right, tonight's game, we got ourselves a doubleheader, which I'll be able to watch because I actually have to go to work at in like 20 minutes. Early show, early
Did you
day.
finish school?
Yeah, I finished school already, but
Nice.
yeah, but
Doing
all I
finals
had.
or
Oh, so I turned in one of my final projects last night, and then I got one more final project due tomorrow that I'll finish tonight, which is like recording a podcast. And
Ooh, that one's gonna be tough.
yeah, I know. Well, I have to add like sounds and stuff. It's got to be like a legit like podcast production. But this is just not working out the way I
When's
wanted.
commencement day?
Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah, I know.
Exciting times.
Exactly. But no, it'll be cool. It'll be cool. Dude, this is just not like looking.
I'm flying in Saturday night, by the way.
That'd be dope. But no, we
We're gonna
go
live stream your graduation on the show.
We already booked our hotel, and I booked Luke's plane ride back from Chicago. We're staying.
Yeah, that's so soon.
We're staying at a Motel 6 next week.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Nice. Damn, I wish this was a year ago. You just crash on the couch.
Well, I'm bringing my jazz baby. That's why.
Are you really?
Yeah, she's staying at the hotel with us.
So you're driving?
Yeah, because I'm driving from Chicago to Maryland after that.
What the hell is Luke gonna do?
I bought him a plane ticket to fly home.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, because like it would make no sense for me to drop him back home 8 hours the other way when I'm already 10 hours away from Maryland.
No, that's perfect.
So yeah, so I just send him back. But next week we'll be live from the draft combine. Probably from the first day, we'll do it from our hotel room because we don't know what the setup of the NBA draft combine will be like. But then after the first day, we'll probably be, like have spent like 12 hours at the combine, and we'll like know where to go, where we can like sit down and prop up our phone and like do the show from there. But yeah, no, it'll be dope, and we'll have some fun stuff. But here, let's do some predictions right here. Sixers versus Celtics. Suns, Nuggets. Yeah, I think there's going to be more. I don't even know what type of journalists go to this because I know like the beat writers won't be there, but like Sam Vecini, Jonathan Giviani, like the draft guys. Will all be there. So, and the other thing is scouts for other teams. So
get some anonymous scout source news.
Well, also the other thing is just striking up conversations. What if they're like, oh, you should like be the video. You're moving to Miami. Oh, we're the Heat scout. You should be the video coordinator.
You should be our new assistant head coach.
But all right, we got Sixers Celtics tonight. Series is tied 2-2. Are the Celtics exploding? Then we got the Suns versus the Nuggets. Suns have been playing phenomenal without Chris Paul. The Nuggets say they're going to be playing Peyton Watson and Reggie Jackson in tonight's game as an extra ball handler and an extra defender. What game did you want to start first with your prediction? And let's get it.
The Philadelphia 76ers versus the Boston Celtics. Game 5, series tied 2-2, and it is in the Harden Garden.
No,
it's in Harden's Garden.
Oh, yeah, because it's the TD Garden. So right here, we have a game where it'll be interesting. Who do you think's been responsible more for the Sixers wins? James Harden or Joel Embiid?
I think the Boston Celtics.
The Boston Celtics keep handing those games over?
Okay. I don't like it. It's a team effort. Everyone's flaming Joel Embiid saying it's so obvious Jokic is the MVP. Jokic drops 53 points. Oh, what happened? Well, they lost the game. So one of them is playing on one leg, the other isn't playing, and they're not even playing each other. And so I hate the comparisons. I don't even like it. Blah, blah, blah. Joel Embiid won the MVP. Just get over it. There's been like, what is it in the last? Oh man, I don't have the stat. I'll have to get it for the next time. But it's like MVPs don't win championships anymore, and it sucks. It's just like the way it's been in the last couple of years, outside of like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and wasn't the case too long ago. Anyways. I digress. James Harden's been good, but then it's like we forget about like the 1-10 night before when they got blown out by the Boston Celtics. So which James Harden are we going to get tonight? It's a pretty big game. It's actually a pivotal basketball game.
James Harden thinking about returning to Houston.
Yeah.
He misses them.
I like it now. Like I like it after his last game, but then It's not an if. When he goes 4 of 15 from the field and 1 of 9 from downtown tonight, I'll be like,
Thomas, we talked about Lonnie earlier.
Lonnie Skywalker.
But no, I agree. I do think the Sixers have benefited greatly from the Celtics' boneheaded mistakes. All right.
Yeah.
And
Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Tonight's the game where he comes up again.
I think this is a game. Low key, I'm feeling a Boston blowout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. This is the type of game where Joe Mazzulla screams at the guys. And also, Joe Mazzulla, wasn't it after the game or before the game, he was at the Boston Red Sox, like practice, talking to the coach. I think maybe probably getting some advice from the Boston Red Sox head coach. But either way, I think this is going to be a game where the Celtics put it all together, play in front of their home crowd. You know, TD Garden ain't an easy place to play. I think they win this game easily. But I don't even. But then when they go back to Philadelphia, I don't know. But again, this series should have been a sweep. Boston handed those last 2 games to Philadelphia.
Yeah. It's not even like Philly's playing like crazy. Boston's just playing so bad. I mean, I don't think
they just extended Doc Rivers' tenure by 2 games.
Yeah. And then your scapegoat's Joel Embiid's playing on one leg. So kind of working.
Or your scapegoat. Oh, the other scapegoat you're hearing is that James Harden's washed.
Yeah.
They were like, look at James Harden's reluctance to drive. He's looking to pass. You heard Doris Burke talking about that?
It's a great idea, Doris. I think that's what Giannis Antetokounmpo does. That's what you should do if you're a player like Jokic. Antetokounmpo set the tone. LeBron James set the tone. You help get your players going so that once the fourth quarter comes and second half comes, and you kick it into the next gear. Your guys have full confidence. They've been hitting shots. They're in the flow and rhythm of the game. So I think tonight's a game where Tatum needs to actually go off here. Devin Booker's outplaying him, but it's another just stupid comparison.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Celtics get the win tonight, but their big men worry me, man. Al Horford's an old man. But
he had 5 blocks the other day.
Yeah, he comes through. He's still coming through. I felt the same thing last year, and they made the NBA Finals. He was a big reason why. So, I don't know. I think Boston cleans it up tonight.
So let's pivot over here, and let's talk about the Suns Nuggets. They go back to Denver. No Chris Paul. Nuggets potentially playing Reggie Jackson as an extra ball handler and Payne Watson as another defender. Can the Nuggets take this game? I think the Nuggets will take this game. All right. I think they'll make the adjustments. But I have a weird feeling that this series is going to 7 games.
Yeah.
I think
Certainly looks the part.
I think the Nuggets take this game. Suns take the next game. Game 7 in Denver. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, all of them. They'll be best team wins. I mean, kudos to the Suns. They have grit. They keep fighting. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, I'll say it right now, best duo in the NBA.
Wow.
Best scoring duo. Let me clarify that. Best scoring
Kevin Porter
duo.
Jr., Jalen Green.
Shut the fuck up. But seriously,
the Suns, man, I'm still going the Suns. And the thing is, with the first 2 games that these 2 teams play, the Phoenix Suns bench gave absolutely nothing. In fact, they gave you like -4 points. And Mr. Landry Shamet proving me wrong in that last win. If Landry Shamet's doing what Landry Shamet did in the fourth quarter, the Suns win this basketball game. Devin Booker is doing such a great job. He's setting the tone early. He's keeping his foot on the gas. Devin Booker is doing such a good job. And if he gets this series win here, I think that shows a lot. KD, man, just a scorer. Campaign in the starting lineup. Hopefully he does better tonight. But I love seeing Terrence Ross play. I love seeing TJ Warren play. I think the Nuggets really desperately need Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Jamal Murray tonight. And if they step up, they'll win the game. But if not, Reggie Jackson. Reggie Reggie Jackson last year was like an 18-4-4 player. Reggie Jackson is not been good on the Denver Nuggets, especially. And
There's a reason why guys are on the buyout market, like Jackson always says.
But he got traded there, didn't he?
Nah, he got traded to the Hornets, and then he got bought out by the Hornets.
Okay. Yeah, they're on buyout market for a reason. Peyton Watson, good for you, man. Hopefully he can turn a JaMychal Green in for one game. That bench has got to pull up for both.
Yeah, the Warriors did not play JaMychal Green this game.
Well, he had the shitter in game, what was it, 4? Game 3? He had the absolute shitter. It was a horrible, terrible. So his magic lasts for one game. So if they can get Peyton Watson magic one game, that's great. But I think it comes down to whoever wins this game is whoever's teammates help them out the most. And
I agree with that.
I get it for feeling more confident about the Denver Nuggets, but it's Kevin Bleepin Durant and Devin Booker. And I still have the Suns winning this, and I still think it's going to cause issues and internal dialogues and discussions for the Denver Nuggets, which is unfortunate because I like the Denver Nuggets. I'm just saying history often rhymes.
Yeah, and I agree. I think the Nuggets will win this one, and then the Suns will win Game 6, and this will be a 7-game series. We know Chris Paul is going to miss Game 5 at the Nuggets, but he could potentially return for Game 6. He suffered a growing injury in Game 2, leading him to miss Game 3 and 4, which they went on to win and holding serve at home. And they had, help from Landry Shamet and Terrence Ross in Game 4 to help offset the loss of Paul. And it's interesting. But let's pivot over here to What's up?
Well, Jock Landale's huge, by the way. And
Jock
he's
Landale.
freaking
I
dog.
said it.
And he's going to play 25 minutes tonight.
Jock Landale is a very versatile big man. I said it during the playoff preview that don't be surprised if Jock Landale starts replacing DeAndre Ayton on the floor because of his versatility of being able to not only space the floor, but his toughness and willingness to match up against someone like Jokic. Okay, I did say that during the preview. Huh?
He's not a whiner.
He's not a whiner. I mean, he's Australian.
He doesn't get all sad.
He's from the land down under.
And by the way, the Phoenix Suns are way better with Chris Paul. They are better on the defensive end. They are faster. They're quicker. They're playing more as a team. And they're better without Chris Paul. Maybe it's just those 2 games, but we'll see. I don't really need Chris Paul back necessarily.
I got to go to work in a sec, so let's do this real quick. The Pistons owner, Tom Gores, is meeting with the head coach finalists, which are Charles Lee, assistant coach for the Milwaukee Bucks, former UConn head coach and overtime elite director of coaching, Kevin Ollie, and former defensive coordinator and one of the lead assistants for the Golden State Warriors when they won 3 championships, and is now the head assistant for the New Orleans Pelicans, Willie Green, Jerron Collins, whose brother is the first gay player in professional sports, Jason Collins. So those are the top 3 candidates. I want to say that my favorite candidate is Jerron Collins with the New Orleans Pelicans because he comes from the Golden State Warriors. He is an NBA champion. He's a former player, and he's now a lead assistant. I do like Charles Lee as my second option. No offense to Kevin Ollie. I've been a huge Kevin Ollie fan my whole life, and he almost got the job in 2015 to the Pistons. I mean, not the Pistons, to the Thunder when Troy Weaver was the assistant general manager there. So there's a connection there, and I like Kevin Ollie, but I'd rather go with a guy, and he's a former NBA player who mentored LeBron James and Kevin Durant, but I'd rather go with my man, Jerron Collins, just because I know what to expect right there in terms of coming from the Warriors and the Pelicans. Thoughts?
Give me Kevin Ollie every day of the week. I think he's got the best mindset for these guys, and if not, Charles Lee works for me.
All righty, let's do this. We got a quick game of Pirtle to play.
Derrick Rose.
All right.
No, it's not Derrick Rose, but yeah, throw it in there. What if it is Derrick Rose?
He used to play for the Knicks. He's 34.
Damn.
He used to play for the Knicks. He's 34. I don't even know.
Jordan, but
can it be DeAndre Jordan?
no, but throw it in there. It's easy game. It's like golf.
Was it the hair?
Just give me the ball.
Was it the hair that gave it away?
I'm Devin Booker. Give me the ball and get out of the freaking lane. I don't even. Yeah. Why can't I remember when DeAndre Jordan played for the Knicks?
I was hoping that Luke or Nick would hop on, so when I left, you guys could finish the last 20 minutes, and then I could end it from my phone. But that's not going to happen. Either way, we'll go long for tomorrow because I don't have shit to do tomorrow.
Let's get a quick fact check on DeAndre Jordan with the Knicks. Oh,
I think it was traded and waived.
games, yeah, 2019.
Yeah, I think. All right, anything else?
Lakers in 5.
That's what you got to say to the people.
Lakers in 5. Get that Suns win tonight. Prove the haters wrong. Expose the Denver Nuggets.
That's going to be it for me today, guys, and from Jackson. If you guys did enjoy, be a friend and tell a friend. If you didn't, just forget it ever happened. I hope you guys do have a great day because I know I will. I know Jackson will too. We'll see you tomorrow.
Let's go, James Harden.
Ciao.
Cheers. Ciao.